This is a 2026 Ram 1500 Rebel, and you guys can tell it's rocking the new color for this year. I borrowed this truck from Garff, CJDR here in West Valley, Utah. Be sure to ask for Jason Garcia. You can text the number below. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see the options and features on this build. At the very top is the description. Base price comes in at $64,445, and you guys can see Canyon Lake is that color. And then here's a short listing of the standard features. Be sure to pause to see more. Starting off the options is the luxury leather trim bucket seats for $1,545. Tech group is $1,095, and then this one does have the advanced safety group 2, which is $3,315. You guys see all the features that come in there. It also has the 360 camera view. Bed utility is $545, Rebel level 2 is $27.95. Multifunction tailgate, 33-gallon fuel tank, which is a must-have. Trailer brake controller is a standalone. Now, destination is $25.95 with a total price of $78,170. And you guys see the warranty coverage. And then here are the fuel economy numbers off to the side. If you're going to get the off-road truck, you might as well get the off-road color to go along with it. I think that Canyon Lake is perfect on the Rebel. When you have the black bumpers and the black accents, it really does make this color. And I like the two-tone with the black on the bottom too. You guys see the Rebel badge out back. Now as you get a little bit closer, you guys have these off-road bumpers, better ground clearance. Remember, the Rebel does have a raised ride height too. Black recovery hooks, front parking sensors, adaptive cruise control, premium light, so you have the reflective LED, top and bottom, and you do have the incandescent turn signals. Now this truck does have 360 camera view, and these are really hard to find with that level 2. You guys saw the other package that gave you the 360, so this is considered a high trim Rebel. Love the honeycomb grill, and I like that the grill matches top and bottom. On the HDs, hopefully soon they'll do the same thing. I like when the grills match. Now here's a quick peek at that suspension. You have the Bedliner shocks, double wishbone, independent, so that's going to really help with the ride, including these tires. These are the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrax LT275/7018, which is basically 33.2 inches in height, 10.8 inches in width. You guys can see a little bit of that width right there. Black wheel, 6 lug. I like the design of these compared to the outgoing wheels for 2024. And I like how they give you that parking sensor right there. It's going to help with pulling into the garage. Fender flares. You get the black mirror caps and door handles. The Rebel still hits. It's one of the best trim levels, I think, for the Ram half tons. And you also have that sport performance hood. Has the heat extractors here. Now something that's interesting, you cannot get the Hemi based off of the builder online. Maybe that'll change in the future. Smart key system, which is an option on this truck too. Also that camera, and you guys see here, you have blind spot alert with heat, convex. Coiled suspension out back, and it does have a little bit of liner. They don't give you one in the center there. That's the second time I've seen that too. I'm not sure why they don't give you a full complete liner there. 33-gallon fuel tank is a must-have. I'd build every truck with that option for sure. And then out back, you guys see has the incandescent turn signals, dual exhaust, black bumpers. And you guys see it has the new tailgate. So it pretty much acts as the regular tailgate always has, right? And then you have like this barn style tailgate. And I like this because if you are hooked up to a trailer, you cannot drop this tailgate down, so you can still manage to get stuff in and out of the bed and not have to unhook your trailer. So I like that. Really nice design. And you guys see that you have the step right here, which helps you getting in and out. Now right here you do have your camera inputs. This is your 12-way plug here, 7 and 4 pin. And look at all that grease they put on there too. Wow. LED license plate lights, and you guys know this has a locker out back. I would like to see Ram add an off-road tire that matches what's on the truck. Just, you know, me being picky, right? I mean, these trucks aren't cheap anymore. LED lights, you have the rail system too, spray and liner, and you're gonna have one camera above, defrost with a power sliding glass, and then here's that roof. And here's a side view. You can delete this decal if you like. This truck does have the standard output Hurricane engine, which is a 3-liter straight 6. Now obviously some people are going to say I'd rather have the Hemi, blah 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 blah, and I get that. However, when you are this high above sea level, you see those mountains over there, odds are you're going to want this engine, because the turbos are going to make up for the deficit that you lose at this altitude. If you don't know, you lose 3% of your horsepower every 1,000 feet. So 420 horsepower and 469 pound-feet of torque is significantly better than the Hemi's 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. And that's simply because of the turbochargers. Now, keep in mind, this engine is pretty overbuilt, I would say, too. As far as the aluminum heads go, they do have a closed deck design. Also, the main bearing cradles are cross-bolted. Now, each turbo does feed 3 cylinders, and compression is going to be higher on this engine compared to the high output Hurricane, that 10.4 to 1, I believe. And you got to remember, this truck has the best transmission in the segment, which is the ZF 8HP 75. I would say that it's the most reliable one. Most of the master techs I talk to say they've seen little to no issues with that setup there. So that's a big advantage for the Ram trucks. I posted a video showing you guys the difference between the level 1 and level 2 equipment groups, and you're gonna really see the difference on the interior. The exterior is not so much. You guys see here, it does have the Harman Kardon sound system, and you have premium materials on the door here, like this silver accent and like this black chrome. Seat memories are there. You have auto up and down for the front windows. You can power fold the exterior mirrors. A little bit of storage in the door here. You see some of the stitching also on the seats. 10-way. I love how wide the seat cushion is too. Same story for the seat back. They give you that Rebel badge right there. Also, you have tilt headrests. This truck does have a telescoping steering wheel. You have a 12-inch screen. This one has the 14.5-inch screen. Lighting controls. You can adjust the pedals. Cargo power can be turned on right there. And then this is your electronic parking brake. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. When you get to level 2, you do upgrade your passenger seat to power, and this also is going to be a 10-way, perforated leather, Rebel badge, and this has soft touch here, and you have a premium dash material, black headliner right there. This looks so much better with the interior. You can see those dual chargers. Now this passenger screen is really nice because if you're cruising on the highway and you don't want to pull over to put a navigation address in, you could do it from this screen here. Also, if you want to listen to different music, the good news is you can basically hook up wireless headphones. You also have an HDMI plug here, so if you want to watch movies, that's possible too. Now if you want to be nosy and pick on the driver, you can just check on the cameras. You can see how they're doing the parking. That's what my wife would do to me. And then navigation's right here, so you can put in an address while you're going on the highway. I like this option. You do lose the storage that was once there, but I like the idea of having this screen here. Here's that glove box, 12-volt power plug, a little bit of storage behind that screen, and that camera above the cab was for this here. Let's check out the back. I always point out how wide this door opens, and look at how much floor space you have too. These seats are pretty much all the way back. I truly believe this is the biggest cab in the segment. This truck does have outboard heated seats, 4 USBs, 115 volt power plug, air vents, and cup holders right there. Seat back pockets. And as far as your storage goes, there's your storage. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Some of your animations for the screens. Now just above, you guys will see there, you have HomeLink. They also provide vanity on both sides. Also, your lighting can be controlled up here. You can slide that rear glass, place for your sunshades. This truck also has heads-up display too. Love the leather wrap steering wheel. And as I said earlier, if you want to see the elevation, you just got to come to your off-road pages. And it's right there. So we're a little bit lower here in West Valley. Now if you want to lock that rear axle, there's a button for that. You also have your gauges here, pitch and roll. If you are going on some trails, you can turn on your front camera. You have some guidelines too. And I like how clear the cameras are. Do you guys notice that? So here's how clear these cameras are. Really nice. Now trailer brakes right here. You can turn on or off the front and rear parking sensors individually. Tons of USBs. You guys saw the wireless chargers, dual when you get the level 2. 115 volt power plug. They have the best center console here, and nice design for this center console too. A little bit of storage and deeper storage, and this does pop up too if you want to have like some dividers for some of your stuff. And my favorite button on the steering wheel is this one right here. I like this one because it pops up this menu. So if you are driving down a highway, you don't want to keep going through and finding what you want, you can just click that and boom, go right to where you want to go. And they give you a nice readout for your gauges here. That's your new dipstick because there's not one under the hood. By the way, you do have drive modes now too. They added these for 2025. And it shows you exactly what each one does. You have tow haul. They have sport. Let's see what sport does. It gives you a little bit of a definition for it right here. It does turn off traction control. It turns on the 4-wheel drive auto as well. It says faster shifts, firm suspension, and steering optimized for handling. I didn't know it had adjustable steering or suspension on this one. That's interesting. And then off-road. Let's see what it says. A little bit of animations, and then it says maximizes traction, optimized for mud and sand terrain driving, and then back to auto. And this is pretty self-explanatory. Now this truck does have autonomous driving. You guys saw that package that was added to this truck, and that's how you're going to use that too. And that's pretty much all I care to show you guys. Let's go ahead and check out the payload on the door. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 3,900 pounds. The rear is 4,100 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is 7,100 pounds. And you guys see the wheels are 18 by 8 wide. All in payload is 1,339 pounds. You guys see the tire pressure is 55 out front, 45 in the rear. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is a really nice truck color, and obviously if I were buying a truck, I like these higher equipment group packages because I like all the extra stuff that you get for sure. But overall, nice truck. It is available. They have a few in this color here with these options, so be sure to check out Ken Garff here in West Valley, Utah. Let them know you saw the video. It does help me out. Obviously they give me keys to their inventory to review their truck, so definitely let them know if you do decide to buy.